Proud to serve northeastern and central Pennsylvania. This is WNEP TV 16, the news station. Now, Nolan Johannes, Karen Harch, Jack Ruland in Skycam 16, meteorologist Tom Clark with his backyard forecast, and Tim Carlson Sports. This is Newswatch 16 Update.
An area congressman has found that some students in high school seem to agree with his older constituents on most issues. 17th District Congressman George Gekas held a news conference at Montoursville High School today. He did so because students here took the time to send back his questionnaire that Gekas mailed to 215,000 homes in the district. Gekas told the students they agreed with older people on limiting political campaign spending and on supporting the anti-missile defense or Star Wars system. But on one issue, support of the military aid Nicaraguan rebels, students did not agree with their elders.
The students here at the high school realize that if we begin sending aid to the Contras, that it may lead to further military involvement of our own troops. They're afraid of personally getting involved with the conflict in Nicaragua.
Congressman Gekas received 14,000 replies to his annual survey of issues. There's no lack of information about one part of the proposed downtown mall in Scranton any longer. Mayor David Wenzel was one of many on hand today in the old Oppenheim building, where blueprints of the proposed Lackawanna Avenue Mall section are placed for all the public to see. Developer Al Boscoff is offering space in Oppenheims for merchants who will be displayed while the mall is displaced, that is, while the mall is being built across the street. Boscoff will put out bids next week for transforming Oppenheims into smaller retail spaces. In Monroe County, there's a rebuilt theater going up in Shawnee on the Delaware. Newswatch 16's Susan Jellig reports now on how people who know the Shawnee Playhouse is an important cultural center are working hard to get the burned-out theater back in business.
This is how the Shawnee Playhouse looked shortly after fire destroyed it more than a year and a half ago. This is how it looks now. Workers started reconstructing the 83-year-old building last fall. The people of Shawnee on the Delaware formed a non-profit foundation shortly after the fire to raise money to help raise their community center from the ashes.
Hoping to restore the building back to its original condition. It was on the National Register of Historic Places, and we are doing everything we can. We've been raising money through fundraisers and direct mail campaigns. We've also gotten several grants, one from the National Endowment for the Arts and one for a Community Development Block Grant. And
their fundraising chores are far from over.
We think the total cost of rebuilding will be between $300,000 and $350,000, and we are probably at least $100,000 short of that number, maybe $150,000 short.
The operator of the Shawnee Playhouse says he's looking for volunteers to help with everything from clearing away debris to doing electrical work. Right now, everyone is keeping their fingers crossed that even if the Shawnee Playhouse isn't totally finished, it will at least be ready for its first show, which is scheduled for June 22nd. Susan Jellig, Newswatch 16, Shawnee.
And next, the man who predicted way last Monday that it would not rain on the St. Patrick's Day parade. And Tom, we told you we'd hold you to that, so I think we still are.
You're reminding me. Thanks. It's going to snow in Pennsylvania this weekend. Not rain, snow. And when we come back, I'll talk about where and when. Now, you're watching Newswatch 16 Update on WNEP TV. And we're proud to serve Shawnee and all of Monroe County.
Easter's almost here. It's nice to know Burlington Coat Factory has the clothes girls need, like pretty spring dresses, lots of styles, priced 1/2 less than at other fine stores. Easter's almost here, and Burlington Coat Factory has the clothes boys need, like this top-quality American-made suit he can wear year-round, and you can buy at a remarkably low Burlington price, just $34.75. Easter's almost here. The time to get to Burlington Coat Factory is now.
When you're looking at lawn and garden equipment, you've got to start where Simplicity does, at the bottom. Simplicity machines have tough, solid steel frames, not tubular, heavy-duty wheel bearings, and a rugged transmission. And they all have a pivoting front axle with an axle-mounted mower that floats up and down and pivots to match perfectly the contours of your lawn. Listen, anyone can give you a fancy paint job. Just remember where the work gets done. For real quality where it counts, there's no substitute for Simplicity.
Well, we've actually been giving Tom the business all week, trying to hold him to a 5-day forecast that he made on Monday about how it's going to be during the parade on St. Patrick's Day, Scranton on Saturday, tomorrow. But, Tom, I think things worked out this time.
I think so, Nolan. Luckily, we've been calling for some clouds and some sun all week for tomorrow, and I think that will be the case. A beautiful night out back tonight. The moon is shining brightly. It's crystal clear. And let's begin tonight in Berks County, down there in Stony Run, where Norwood Laufer tells me 29 at his place now. In Shahola, Dolores O'Neill tells us 22 degrees at her place. And in Williamsport, Floyd Cohick tells us 23. Crystal clear skies over Lycoming County tonight. Next is a view tonight from on Public Square in downtown Wilkes-Barre. Out back now, we have 25 degrees, humidity 50%. The wind is light from the north at 5, and the barometer is holding steady at 30.2 inches of mercury. Range and temp today, 40 and 26, 66 degrees back in 1946, and we had some rain 1 year ago and 44 degrees. Here's tonight's satellite view. We can see clear skies stretching all the way from New York State down across the Virginias, down to the Carolinas. But out to the west, you see the clouds waiting in the wings. As a matter of fact, some snow is breaking out now as a result of warmer air overriding colder air, snowing now in parts of Michigan and Wisconsin and Minnesota. Just a band of light snow. It's heading towards the southeast, and I think some snow will break out over portions of western Pennsylvania during the day tomorrow. But I think we should stay on the dry side, just some clouds moving in the afternoon after a nice start. But this battle between warm and cold air is going to linger into Sunday, and it looks like the clouds will thicken over Pennsylvania, and some light snow will spread over the southern half of the state by late in the day on Sunday, and it could reach the northeastern and central counties by late in the day on Sunday or Sunday night. So we'll get through most of the weekend without any snow, but we may not make it till midnight Sunday night, okay? Now here we go for the parade tomorrow. Get set if you're heading out. Cold, 35 to 40 for the parade. Some dim sun, but the winds will be light. And by the way, we will telecast the parade here on Channel 16 beginning at 12:30. And the big parade is in downtown Scranton. Now, the sun won't last for the entire day tomorrow. A nice sunny start, though, and afternoon highs getting up close to 40 in many places, like in Scranton and Island Park, just near Sunbury on the river. Williamsport, 42 tomorrow, and the wind out of the southeast, 7 or less. Now, 6:18 will be the sunrise tomorrow, and the sun sets at 6:09 tomorrow evening. Clear tonight, and then sunshine tomorrow morning, followed by increasing cloudiness. A cloudy day on Sunday, and some light snow is possible Sunday night. Then some clearing on Monday, and sunshine on Tuesday. So not too bad, Nolan. The last weekend of winter. By this time next week, it'll be spring.
Wonderful. Nice to hear.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, Tom, thank you. Coming up, scores and highlights from important high school playoffs and the NCAA tournaments, or tournament, plus Bucknell's Bisons hitting the big time. The Sports Watch is next.
Dodge, there's a savings event going on right now that you don't want to miss. Using 3.7 APR financing and $300 rebate, we have 15 1987 Dodge Dakota pickups at $88.88. That's right, 15 Dakotas at $88.88. These trucks all have two-tone paint, V6 engine, automatic transmission, 8-foot box, AM/FM stereo, power steering, power brakes, and much, much more. 15 Dakotas at $88.88. But hurry, the sale ends Monday night at Scranton Dodge, where you get a good deal and a good deal more.
Who didn't get one? An on-ground Wilkes or in-ground Buster Crowd Pool. They're yours for the asking at Quality Pools and Spas by Dick Mackey on Route 6 and 11 in Chinchilla. Come see the many Wilkes and Buster Crab pools on display in our large pool park. See the popular no-liner Glamour Pool by Dick Mackey. And for all your pool needs, our service staff is waiting to help you.
Hi, I'm Dick Mackey, and I would personally like to invite you to come and shop at Quality Pools and Spas, where you always can find the best for less. So come on in, and remember, we're here to serve you.
Well, Albie, they gave it their best.
They did do that. They played a good game. We're all proud of Bucknell, regardless of what happens. The Bucknell Bisons had a big night tonight on center stage at the NCAA first round. They played Georgetown. All-American Reggie Williams had a tough game tonight early. He was cold in this game early on, but finally he got it going, and the Hoyas went on a 13-0 spurt late in the first half. It was ignited by 2 3-pointers by Williams. Bucknell actually led with 4.5 minutes left in the first half by 4, but after the run, the Hoyas never again were behind in this game. Mark Atkinson led the Bisons with 11. Both Steve Schrader and Bo Hayden had 10, but they fall short. Still, a great effort by the Bucknell Bisons. The final 75-63. Bucknell loses to Georgetown. Reggie Williams had 21 points for the Georgetown Hoyas in a winning effort. And once again, Bucknell ends the season, but a great effort by them. Southwest Missouri State beats Clemson by 5. Kansas by 11 points over Houston in the Southeast Regional. Kentucky and Ohio State, that was the late game in that regional. East Regional, Purdue beats Northeastern by a bunch. Florida 82-70 over NC State, so another ACC team drops out. Western Kentucky by 2 over West Virginia. Syracuse, Georgia Southern, late game in that regional. Midwest, Temple over Southern 75-56. Louisiana State 85-79. St. John's beats Wichita State by 2. DePaul and Louisiana Tech, late game in that regional. West Regional, Iowa, no problem with Santa Clara. UTEP beats Arizona in overtime by 7. Pitt, easy winner over Marist tonight. Oklahoma and Tulsa, late game in that regional. The Scranton Lady Royals also had a big postseason game tonight. They played St. John Fisher in the NCAA Division III quarterfinals. For the Lady Royals, number 32, Shelley Parks for 2. Scranton leads by 4. She's looking for her 4th national championship. On the other end, Pam Fisher for 2 on the jumper there to cut the lead in half. Into overtime now. Big bucket by Una Espencotter here. Up and in, and the Lady Royals win this game in overtime to advance to next week's Final Four. In high school hoop, the state playoffs started tonight. Let's start our coverage with a AAA game from March Hall and Pottsville. Lee Heighton against Towanda, the top-ranked Indians, led by number 32, Tom Kresge. He's a former sports star. He gets 2 right there on the baseline. Towanda countered. Jim Carrick here hits the jumper, but it was still a big Lee Heighton lead. Kresge one more. He had the hot hand. Lee Heighton wins at 94-55. At the Scranton CYC, Nanacoke and Danville played another boys AAA game. Nanacoke from District 2, Danville from District 4. Danville turns it over here, and then they get it up to Jim McDermott. He hits for 2 points right underneath there. For Danville, Mike Farrell had a big game. He's no relation to the actor who played BJ on MASH, but he hits 2 from the paint right there to try to cut down the lead. Nanacoke basketball synonymous with the Guff. He gets a layup there, and they win it by a final of 75-69. We're going to move on to girls quad A action. Hazelton against Cedar Cliff. Lady Mountaineers from District 2 and the Lady Colts from Cedar Cliff from District 3 near Harrisburg. For Cedar Cliff, it's Missy Pavlovich. She gets 2, and it's 37-36 Cliff. Linda Kusat came back with the layup for Hazelton. She also gets a foul in this play, but Cedar Cliff was too tough tonight, and they beat the Mountaineers by 2 points. Let's take a look at all the high school scores, boys and girls. Boys are first, and the winners are on top. And we're not finished yet for high school. We had a crew in Hershey tonight for the State AA Wrestling Championships. And Sports Watch 16's Tom Tidy has this report.
It's the 50th anniversary for the PIAA State Wrestling Championships, and tonight the AA Finals took center stage. In the 98-pound class, Line Mountain's Monty Horner finished second in the state as he lost to Myersdale's David Warnick 12-1. The area's first state champ was crowned in the third match when last year's 105-pound champion, Wilkes-Barre Myers' Tim Casey, won his second state title, this time at 112 pounds. He defeated Warrior Run's Bob Simpson.
Sweeter the second time around. How does it feel the second year?
Well, it's twice as hard to take it again, so it's twice as, the feelings, twice as good.
119 was the next weight class, and it produced the area's next state champion. Danville's Chris Ackerman beat Bald Eagle Nittany's Casey Koch 10-6. AAA action resumes tomorrow morning with the finals tomorrow night at 8 p.m. This is Tom Tidy for Sports Watch 16 at the Hershey Park Arena in Hershey.
Okay, good job to Tom Tidy. And now we're going to go to Clearwater, Florida. Little voiceover report here of the Philadelphia Phillies. Tim Carlson is down there. And the Phillies outfield should be a key this year. And tomorrow at 6 o'clock, Jay Christopher will talk about the Phillies outfield. Gary Maddox, of course, is retired. But with Mike Easler and the rest of the gang for the Philadelphia Phillies, things could be looking up this year. As we mentioned earlier, Lance Parrish has been signed to a new one-year contract for $1 million, including bonuses. So that will be the situation behind the plate. With the Phillies outfield, if they can perform, things could be looking up, and maybe, just maybe, they could challenge the Mets in the National League East. As I mentioned, Jay Christopher will have a report on the Philadelphia Phillies outfield tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Fishing game forecast for tomorrow. And congratulations to the race car driving family Andretti's. Marco Andretti is the newest member. Michael Andretti and his wife gave birth to that child. Actually, his wife gave birth. 7 pounds and 3½ ounces from St. Luke's Hospital in Bethlehem. Marco Andretti. Be looking for that name in about 20 years.
Dads like to take a little credit.
That's right.
Okay, Albie, thanks a
See you,
lot.
Nolan.
And still ahead, win or lose, the Bison fans stand behind their team. However, first, tonight's winning lottery numbers. The daily number is 807, and the lotto numbers are 3, 8, 16, 23, 27, 39, and the alternate is 34. We'll be right back.
Here's Joe Amato, top fuel champion and president of A&A Auto Parts.
Driving my top fuel dragster at speeds up to 270 miles per hour, I lay my life on the line. I need the best name brand parts available, so I rely on A&A Auto Parts stores for the highest quality parts at the lowest prices.
Valvoline oil, our most popular all climates and ATFs, only 66 cents per quart after rebate.
A&A Auto Parts. If I can rely on them, so can you.
See an A&A Auto Parts store near you.
There's a very special event now at your Cadillac Super Network dealer. It's the 5th anniversary of our Super Network, and we've pledged to make every Cadillac more affordable for you. From Cimarron to Seville, Eldorado, DeVille, and Alante, I've never seen this Super Network so excited. There are over 2,000 new Cadillacs available for your selection, and that means every new Cadillac is priced to move out now. It's the opportunity of the year. The Super Network 5th anniversary countdown, only till the end of March. The Northeast Pennsylvania Cadillac Super Network dealer in Carbondale is Hornbeck Cadillac. In Hazleton, Wright Cadillac. In Lock Haven, McIntyre Cadillac. And in Sunbury, it's Schreffler Cadillac.
Finally tonight, even though Bucknell didn't quite shine in the national NCAA spotlight tonight, it sure did not dull the celebration at the Bull Run Inn Bar in Lewisburg tonight. Dozens of fans gathered to watch the game on cable TV. Some even had high hopes.
Listen, I happen to know people.
And when Bucknell's Bisons and these fans emerged from the twilight zone, the score remained 75-53 Georgetown. Builds a lot of character, however. That's Newswatch 16 update for Friday. Next, Nightline for the team, including Karen, who has this night off. Thanks for being with us. Have a nice weekend.